Hey everyone, welcome back to Neural Tech Analytics. Today, we're diving into a fascinating question. Why does generative AI feel so human? From writing essays to generating images, composing music, or even creating synthetic data, Gen AI feels like it truly understands us. But here's the truth. It doesn't. It's not human, it doesn't think, it doesn't feel. So why does it seem so real? Let's break it down. First, what is Gen AI actually doing? Generative AI tools like ChatGPT or DALL-E are brilliant at generating content. You give it a prompt, and in seconds, you get text, images, audio, even working code. It feels human-made, and in a way it is, because the data these models train on, it's all created by us, humans. Emails, blog posts, books, conversations, art, photos, even our tone and behavior. So when you ask Gen AI to write a poem or design a logo, you're using a kind of creative tool, like a digital paintbrush, but you're still guiding the result. You're the one with the vision, but it goes a step further. Gen AI doesn't just mimic content, it mirrors behavior. Here's a wild example. Some models actually behave differently in the summer, during peak vacation months. They generate shorter answers. Sometimes they even suggest you go find the answer yourself. Sounds lazy, right? But it's not an error. It's mimicry. The model isn't tired. It's just repeating patterns it saw in human behavior during training. That's why Gen AI can sometimes act cheerful, sad, irritated, or even ignore you. It's not emotional. It's imitating emotions. It might even give better results if you compliment it first. Again, not because it feels good, but because that's a behavior it has seen associated with better outcomes. These quirks don't mean the model is alive. They just reflect the deeply human patterns Gen AI has absorbed from us. Now let's compare it to traditional AI. Traditional AI is all about data analysis. It classifies, predicts, and makes decisions using fixed rules, like predicting sales or detecting fraud. Generative AI, on the other hand, repurposes information. It generates content based on predictions, not logic. It's remixing patterns it has seen before to produce something that feels new. But here's the twist. Those outputs aren't truly original. Sometimes Gen AI plagiarizes. Sometimes it makes things up. And if it learns something wrong, it might repeat that mistake very confidently. So here's the rule. Always check what Gen AI gives you. Fact check, verify. Because it's not reasoning, it's guessing. Here's a legal point most people miss. If you're using Gen AI for business, marketing, education, or content creation, you are responsible for its outputs. There was a case with Air Canada where a chatbot gave a passenger the wrong info. The airline tried to blame the AI. The court said no, if you use AI, you're accountable. So don't just copy-paste what Gen AI gives you. You need to review it, edit it, and take ownership of the result. Now let's clear something up. People often say Gen AI creates. But technically it doesn't. It generates based on predictions. True creation comes from vision, inspiration, emotion. All things Gen AI doesn't have. It doesn't get excited. It doesn't wonder. It doesn't care. It just sits there, waiting for you to type something. Without a prompt, it won't do anything. Ever. So if you're worried about Gen AI taking over the world, don't be. But we should be mindful of what humans might choose to do with it. Because in the end, Gen AI is just a tool. It's not good or bad. It doesn't have goals. It doesn't take sides. You bring the vision. You bring the intent. Use it creatively. Use it ethically. Use it with care. And remember, the real power isn't in the model, it's in how you use it. At Neural Tech, we offer industry-aligned data analytics training that leads directly to job-ready skills and real-world results. Visit our website to learn more.